good, thanks. Pleasure to be here.
How do I look? If I cross my legs, is that putting you?
No, just stay like that, that's good. Yeah.
Okay. I would say no. I don't believe that the experience of watching films or TV programs while streaming matches that of the cinema, because I think buying your popcorn, smelling the popcorn, sitting down and waiting for the curtains to draw and the lights to drop, I think that's a really big part of watching a film.
I think the IMAX theatres are the best ones. I've not personally been to see one of those, but I've heard it's really amazing. So they are kind of improving with the time to try and keep up with everything that we want. I mean, like why we go to the cinema for the big screen and for the surround sound and sitting in the dark and all of that sort of thing. But it is heavily out there that you can do all this at home. You can get surround sound at home. You can get big TVs now, TVs that are hooked up to Wi-Fi. It's one of those technological things that they're falling behind.
There's been a lot of talk recently with streaming or like Netflix doing their own blockbuster films. Some people think this is going to essentially kill off cinema. Do you reckon that's going to happen?
I can see the potential, I can see the threat. I don't think currently the streaming services are quite there. I think that the original content they produce is quite poor. I do see a trend of the bigger film companies not releasing their new films to the likes of Netflix, and I presume that's only because they see Netflix as a threat, so they need to kind of reserve their intellectual property.
Last year alone, there was a total of 801 cinemas in the UK, and on average, 2 more are built every single year, which just shows how big and how strong cinema still is today. I would say that cinema is not just about watching films. I believe cinema is also a social experience, and no matter what your opinions and views are, you can't deny that nothing can match its scale.
Well, that's all well and good. Well, I believe there's a better way for you to stream your movies. Do you know Netflix has over 81,000 subscribers, and the average Netflix user, what are you doing here, man?
What are you doing?
We're doing a documentary. It's about streaming. Bro, don't touch that. Don't touch that.
No
what
one
are you
wants
doing?
to know about streaming. We're doing it about cinema.
You're crazy.
What? No one wants to know.
Before I was rudely interrupted by my co-host, I was about to say that Netflix has over 81 million subscribers and the average user watches 3.8 films a week. I caught up with a good friend of mine, Paige, and asked her some questions on how she feels about streaming services and the effects it has on cinema.
Well, you've got to think about where these cinemas are placed as well. I mean, I have no shame in saying, when I was like teenage, not below the age to be able to drive, and if we were bored, back then cinema was like a £5, so we spent a £5 and went to go watch a film. But we never bought popcorn or sweets from the actual cinema, because most of these cinemas, they are conveniently placed by, supermarkets, takeaways. I can honestly say I've taken every form of takeaway into the cinema in my bag with me. I've taken a little Domino's pizza, I've taken Chinese, I watched Paranormal Activity with some egg fried rice, I jumped, I threw it all over the screen. I've taken a fish and chips.
You go to the cinema, it costs you per person £11 per person. You can imagine if you're going to bring 3 person, plus you buy food, and that can cost you at least $50 for each of them. Yeah, right. You see me, you pay £5, £6 for Netflix, and it lasts for a month, and you can enjoy yourself, and stay home, cost no parking ticket, nothing at all. It's the best, all the time.
The thing is, I do personally love Netflix. I don't think it's widely enough available, because say the series The Crown, that whole documentary about like the Queen, but it's actual like actors reenacting her life. Amazing, it's so fascinating, and I know that's something that my nan would really enjoy watching. But Netflix have now started doing their original stories that you can only watch on Netflix. So for the older generation that are still watching their cable TVs and their Sky, they don't have that. They might have the fancy TVs, but they don't know how to plug it into Netflix.